let's do a mission. I start off a turn by flipping over the top card on the mission or crisis deck, and I look at how many cards are going to be involved in this mission. So I have one objective with 3 cards, one with 1 card. So I go to the elements deck. All these cards are double-sided, so I always pull it and flip it. So I have a green element, I have a black element, and then we see here, flip this one over, and it has, there's going to be hostile ships blocking the next card drawn. So there's 2 skulls, so I take 2 ships, I flip over the next one, it's a mixed element, I'll talk about that in a little bit, and it's got 2 ships blocking it. So there's the first one, it's 3 cards, the next one has 1 card. So I see already that I'm going to pull this over, and the first card is going to have 1 ship blocking it, and we see that it's green. So I pull out 1 hostile ship, and there is our mission we're attempting to resolve for the turn. So for resolving this, we need black, we need green, and we have a mixed one. Mixed objectives are difficult to resolve. They require 2 of any color to complete, whereas these normally only require 1. Let's see how that might look. So black is going on this mission, so they can send a little ship. This ship has a little black cube on it, which means it resolves 1 strength of black. Now green doesn't have to send a ship because they can send a crew to man black's ship. So now they have 1 strength there, and that resolves this part. But now they have to resolve the mixed objective. In order to do that, first they have to get rid of the ships on it. Now green is already out of missiles, so black, it's up to them to send their missile. 1 missile destroys any number of small alien ships in an objective. So they blow both of these up. I'll throw the missile marker on it to know that this missile took care of these. Now this one's clear, so they can resolve it. In order to resolve it, they need 2 strength, or they could call on a buddy. Purple over here has a nice power that they can resolve an objective with only 1 strength, so maybe I could call on them, but really at this point they could call on anybody. In this case, let's say the navigators decide they're going to go, they have a lot of little ships, so they'll say, we'll come over and help to save you guys some ships. So there's 1 strength, and here's a 2nd strength. So they jump in on the mission first to help out and to get some influence, and that first objective is complete. Now we go over to green. Green has an issue that not only do they not have any small ships, but they're also out of missiles, so they can't resolve this. What they could do is they could use some of their influence to bribe somebody. They could say like, hey blue, you've got missiles and ships, I'll pay you 1, no, how about 2? No, how about 3 to send your ship in a missile and blow that up? Say blue refuses, everybody refuses, they won't take it, so there's nothing green can do, they can't resolve this mission. So let's see what happens. First, we'll reward these guys influence. So black completed an objective, green completed an objective, so they each get paid 1 for each of those. But then blue was also involved, and so they'll get paid 1. Because the mixed objective was completed, the mixed objective pays everyone in the mission. So because the mixed objective was completed, black and green also get an additional. So blue gets their 1. They also, black blew that up. So black is going to get a little bit more. They get their 2, plus this missile goes away, it's expended, but they blew up these ships. If you flip them over, they're also worth 1 each. So they get all those, and black is done. Their ships are going to go to recovery, and green gets 2 over here. And let's say they're going to trade those 5 in and take a nice shiny 5 influence. So we've resolved all this. These cards are then going to be discarded, and the ships involved are going to go to recovery. So they go over here to the recovery area, and we'll talk about that in a second. Over here we have green. They can't resolve their objective, which means they have to take a damage. So this alien ship is going to go back to the fleet. It did its work, and this cannot be resolved, so it does 1 damage. Now they can take the damage in a couple different ways. They can damage their big ship. So see here, if I flip it over, it goes from 3 to 2, undamaged to damage. It's now less effective. Or I can go over here to one of my ships over here. When I destroy a ship, I flip it over, And if it's over here in recovery, all the units associated, all the crew associated with it, would be killed. And so say they decide they're going to do that. They're going to lose this ship and damage their medium-sized ship. Their medium ship immediately goes back after being damaged, regardless of how much time it was going to take. Green has a special power that means that might not be too at an option. Whenever green loses crew, they don't actually lose them. They get to keep them. So there's the resolution of this damage. And this mission is complete. We put it over here, and then we go into those. Last part of the mission is recovery. I go to the recovery area, and any ship that has all the crew removed from it means it's finished recovering from its last mission, and those will return. So here's green. They get their ship back, they get their crew back. These ones are the ones we use this turn to show that they're recovering. I move one off of each one, and there we go. That would be the end of the turn. We'd keep on going through this until we got through all of these cards. We flipped them over to white, and then starting with them white, flipped them back over to black, and did all the black missions. And as you'll see, the difference between the black crises and the yellow or the white missions. So that one has 3 cards in 1 card. Here's one that has 10, 5, 2, and 1. So it gets pretty hairy towards the end. But that's a turn of Stellar Convoy, as simple as that.